Now the building you're seeing in the distance is 15 Central Park West. It's a very well-known building in New York. Originally there was the Mayflower Hotel on the site, and the Zeckendorf family ended up building it. And they left this site, where this tower is right now, empty for like over a decade, waiting to be able to buy the Mayflower Hotel, which was directly behind this building. And once they were able to do that, they constructed 15 Central Park West, which turned into like one of the best buildings in the city. The who's who of New York ended up buying in this building. And it's really a fabulous building when you take a look at it inside. And even on the exterior, it's really fabulous. They even have like a great courtyard. Some of the who's who of New York who live there now are Blankenfein, and he's the chairman and CEO of Goldman Sachs. And there's a number of other people that are the who's who. Sandy Weill, former chairman of Citibank, the maverick investor. What he did is he had a place in there too. He ended up selling it to a billionaire from Russia, and the billionaire from Russia allowed his daughter to end up staying there. Sandy Weill ended up buying his place at 15 Central Park West for $44 million. That's a whole floor he ended up buying. And then when Sandy Weill sold it, he sold it for $88 million. And it was just one of the most expensive sales, you know, for New York City at the time. Now, recently, a lot more expensive sales have been taking place. But we're just trying to get a better look at this building that's becoming like an icon, and just to have a better idea of what some of the real estate of New York looks like and who is buying what. Now again, as I said, there was a hotel originally in the space that's here. You can see this space right here. That building that's right behind the Trump Tower is where the hotel used to be. But they've made it into a state-of-the-art building, high ceilings, just as if it was a pre-World War II building in New York. And you can see the space between the buildings is actually the space that's dedicated to just having space that's just dedicated to a courtyard. And they have a large circular entryway so that when people want to come in, like Lloyd Blankenfein, they don't really have to worry about being exposed. So it actually works out very well. And again, we're just taking a look just to see a better view of this 15 Central Park West that's renowned in New York and renowned in the world. And a lot of people like to have a place there. Of course, it's expensive, so it's not one of those buildings that your average person is going to have a place in, but really a beautiful building. So we're going to just take a closer look here, just so that everyone can see up close what this building looks like. So I'm sure there's many people in the world that might have heard stories of like the Russian oligarch that bought the apartment. What does the building look like, they might say, you know, besides just the stories, and how does it appear on the outside? Well, that's what I'm trying to give people an idea of. So this way they have a better view of everything. Now, this is the building where Sandy Weill had his apartment. And you can see it's like right up there, not the first level, but the second level where they have the terrace. That's the apartment that Sandy Weill ended up buying, and that sold to the Russian oligarch, who is worth about $9 billion. And now his daughter is the one who pretty much stays there. However, his daughter is a college student, and his daughter really hasn't that much interest in the place, even though the father had a great interest in the place. You can see how it has like a great circular driveway. We'll just take a quick look at the circular driveway just to see what that looks like, because that is magnificent. It's almost like from something from a bygone era when you see it. And of course, that's why a lot of people like to live there, and that's why its value of this 15 Central Park West has really retained itself, because there are so many extra amenities here that you just can't find it anywhere else. It's very unique. And we can see here the entryway, one of the entryways. There's other entryways too, but you can see here, beautiful space. And this is where people will drive their car, just come in, and just a beautiful space here. And it's just wonderful. It's like again, it's like from a bygone era, and this is what a lot of people are paying for just to be here. And you can see how Central Park is right nearby, and here's the Trump Tower. A lot of famous people live here also. And just to show you where this is you know, the Time Warner building right here. So it's very centrally located. A lot of people really like this whole space around here, especially these buildings. And I think the prime space to live in is the first building that's right here, even though there's this other building here. But again, the entire building has a lot of cachet and a lot of notoriety where people definitely want to live here. And again, here's the entryway where people drive their car, and just a beautiful entryway for people, and just a beautiful building to live in.